Alright, well, they have opted to start on the CT side, which is something that was kind of biting them in the butt earlier on in 2020. Let's see if it's going to be the case this time around. As AVANT, they've got their map pick. They're going to be able to start on the T side, which means they get to set the pace for this game.
Smoke in for short to block off the vision there, and AVANT going to be heading out towards long. 4 players in the bomb there, but Renegades have set themselves up with a pretty good hold for that. 1 player car, 1 player pit, 2 fighting mid. They've got good info everywhere, and here comes the push straight out onto pit. It's Malta who has to do the work. Zico's able to help him from car as well.
Oh, I think he's going to get his head taken off. Zico manages to fall back. Oh, no, he's actually fighting for his life at car. Big shot, and that's going to be the bomb on the ground for now. Ince as well, just making sure no push comes up short, which it won't. AVANT, they're going all 3 men towards long. Zico, just 19 HP, tagged through the glass, and oh, he's going to be able to survive for a little longer. Offnu will eventually tap him on the noggin, and we're back to the 3-on-3.
Fast is bloody bulletproof, man. Flash goes across the line and blinds 2 of the Renegades, but that's not going to stop them. They're still getting picked on the cross. It's all on APOC in a 1-on-3. The man's got no armor. He's got 3 players running at him on different angles. It's too difficult for him to handle. And Renegades is going to take that pistol. So important on the CT side of Dust2 to get that pistol, man. You want that strong economy. You want all the utility to, like, Molotov long, Molotov upper tunnel. Make sure you're not getting rushed. Then get yourself comfy. Have enough cash for the double AWP. So we'll see if they're going to be able to secure that economy, because we've got a cheeky little force coming in here, Mac.
Ooh, cheeky little force indeed. And we can see what AVANT have to offer with the Deagles. If they are going to be feeling extremely sharp today or not, I guess we'll find out shortly. Scout tag through the wall as APOC goes down 57 early.
Sicko's on the scout, which is, if you throw back to, what was it, Elfish Guys 6 out scout squad, something like that. I remember there being.
It's ass. Awesome scout squad.
Awesome scout squad, you're right. Sorry, how dare I mess up the branding on a meme that's like 3 years old at this point.
Oh.
But
You've just been out of the game too long.
Look, it's true, man. I'm washed. It's over for me. Anyway, Deagle pick through the door for Hazard. That's a nice one. He's already looking up towards short to try and find ins.
Yeah, this is where Renegades, I mean, they're in a 4-on-5 up against the Deagles. They got to kind of consider, do we want to go aggressive here? Because you kind of feel like you might need to make a play in this situation. You're slowly losing map control. All AVANT has to do is try to get up catwalk. You can see they're angling towards that. They're going to underarm the smoke onto those double doors, try to flash across the line, and this is where Dexter needs to go huge. He's just seen it perfectly. Sees the toes trying to get up on top of the box, and he's punished it.
Just the hard read works out to at least equalize for now. He's only on 12 HP, but Sterling just going to wait in the smoke. Oh, impact! And Ince is not going to be able to finish what the smoke started, but it is going to be a flash through 2-man setup. He's a little bit too strong to deal with. Sterling can't find the headshot. As you can see, AVANT starting to push up long now as well, but that's going to be short found by Renegade, so it's so much harder now for AVANT to capitalize.
It's left to APOC and Noobs to try and find a 2 versus 4 here with the Deagles. APOC on half health as well. They do have control of this bomb site. They might be able to sneak a plant, but there's 3 players for the CT side on short ready to go, and all they're going to do is, well, they're going to bomb down, actually. Noobs have found one there? I don't know how that bullet connected, but he did get himself the headshot and the plant as well, so not the worst for AVANT in the end of things. With the Deagle round, they get themselves a couple kills and a bomb plant, so a little bit of money in the bank, and one that could have certainly gone a lot worse for Renegades. They stabilized that pretty well.
Yeah, because they just never lost that short control, man. They just fought tooth and nail for the short control, refreshing those smokes, making sure they hold on to that short control. And as long as they did it, they could never get pinched on that A bomb site. All they had to deal with was just the players pushing on short. As soon as they lose short, that's where you just get pinched so easily on that A site from long and short, and you have to try and retake through CT or retake through mid, but they held on to it, and they've been able to turn around such an annoying situation to be in. You lose that first pick up against the Deagles. You're in a 4-on-5. They managed to hold their nerve. Now you will have the save from AVANT, and when I say save, it's more of a deco because they're aware that they've done some economic damage in that last round, and they want to try to keep that train rolling.
They got the couple kills in the bomb plant in the last round, so if they can get a repeat performance here, it won't be too bad for the investment. You'd have to think that Renegade's going to be playing a little bit more carefully for this one. They put 2 players here towards mid so they don't get exploited like that again. Nades in through long as well, and nothing found just yet. AVANT, though, pretty much just hoping that Hazard's going to find themselves another headshot. Give him some sort of opening into this. They have made their way up short. I think Dexter spotted it. He'll get the flash over to help a teammate, but no one's there.
Yeah, they're just keeping tabs on where AVANT's going and now set up just to be able to deal with that. In's got a molly already from that A site. Sicko's going to try and pick him on the cross with that scout. It's going to be the double run boost out.
Oh, beautiful, and the molly put straight onto the elbow. Bombs down, unretrievable for the moment. Molotov finishes Hazard, Dexter onto Ofnu, and these rotations are just too strong at the moment. Avant, you might see some extra damage go up to Noobster to try to get another, but it's only APOC to find the single kill for Avant for the round, and Renegades stack on 3 with minimal financial damage done to them.
Yeah, they almost got 3, to be honest. 2 players getting very, very low, but they couldn't quite secure those frags. Now, into this round here, I'm keen to see what the buy's going to look like for Renegades. They got the 1 MP9. They got a FAMAS. Is Dexter just going to use a Deagle?
It's got to be something down.
No, he's got an MP9. So, you know, they are investing into this one. They do have the AWP. Avant's got the better weaponry, though. And Renegades, they got the 4 stack towards long. They secure that long control. So they've put a lot of emphasis on securing the extremities. You can see Hats is over there towards B. He's just dumping util. Molotov, HE grenade. And he's actually holding on to his smoke for a little bit longer, just jump spotting, seeing if anybody's there, which when he's the only one on that B side of the map, that's very confident, you know, to not just drop that smoke instantly. He's pretty brave just to be able to hold on to that B site control without jumping the utility. In the meanwhile, Avant, after hearing that util towards long, will secure that short control.
Renegades, though, still set up pretty safely here. They've got long control established for themselves. It's being contested now here by Noobster. Got a Molotov out to force them off the blue bin if they're there, but no one's there. It's just Molotov. The nade. Oh my, all right.
Straight through the smoke.
Noobster could smell that one.
That's a cheeky boy. Straight through the smoke onto Malta. That's 1 pick lost, and now you see Renegades. They're posturing aggressively. They know they're playing with the man disadvantage, but APOC, he's kind of ready for this one. Unfortunately, can't calibrate around in time. In's 8 for 0. This man just isn't missing right now.
Starting to make their way out long, but Avant, without that short control, it's going to be so much harder to pincer that A site. One-pronged approach now, and Sicko about to spot the imminent execute. Flashed off the line. Has to drop some of his own 20 seconds. Avant, they're running low. They need to cross.
Would have been a filthy angle if he committed to it, and he's certainly trying to find it, but gets legged. Will get away from it, but now stuck on the bomb site. Utility flying in, surely nowhere to go. Has to try and get a pick and gets taken down as he tries to run away. That's the bomb site for Avant. 12 seconds left as Noobster gets that bomb down, and the picks continue to come in. It's going to be a 2 versus 4 on the retake for Renegades. Ins and Hats to do it all. 1 from long, 1 from CT, and I think this might be a little bit too far gone, but maybe not. Ins, the man hasn't died yet, and Hats is going to find 1 too. Now into the 2 versus 2, pinching the bomb site. They've got to win their 1v1s, but they're still in with a pretty good shot of this. I think Hats has been spotted as well. The dink comes through, but he finds the shot. All onto Hats now, and it's a little bit too much. The Avant players even do manage to pincer him, but a very close one.
Almost let it slip through their fingers in that 4-on-2. I was liking their approach, though. They left APOC to hold on to that short control. Even though he lost it, they still just took their time. You can see 14 seconds on the clock with those double smokes on the cross. They're not rushing onto the side or anything. They're not panicking. They're just taking their time, allowing the utility to come through, securing that site control and putting the bomb down. Even with so many seconds left to go, Avant stay composed and they're going to reap the rewards of it. Now it looks like they're going to pick up the pace towards B, but there's 2 players here this time around.
2 players posturing very aggressively with MP9s as well. This is going to go very well for one of these 2 teams, and the CT's dancing around the smokes. 1 kill for the MP9s coming through, and Avant not yet out behind these smokes. Flashbangs everywhere, and there comes the first pick. Oh, it's up to Dexter, but he's found himself an AK. He's through the smoke. This should be 2 easy kills. Does get taken down, but a very near thing. They do a lot of damage for 2 SMGs.
That was an interesting approach, and he did almost get that spray transfer off, but even so, Renegades with the 1-man advantage, able to flood the site on the bomb tap if they wish. Molly at least stops one of the entryways. Good nade to get some chip damage onto the CTs now, as we've got Malta there with a flash in hand, about to send the boys back in. It's a matter of when. APOC wanted the info. Shouldered over towards the window there, just waiting for the perfect moment. Malta has that flash lined up. APOC might just spot it as he goes aggro, finds the lineup. Last man, he doesn't know where that second flash has come from. They're worried about tunnel, but it's Malta with the AWP, and he's still got some time to get the site, but he's running low. Needs to try to find the pick quickly. Ofnu just playing the bomb now. 13 HP. Malta seems to be outplaying himself. Ofnu just had to hide, and he's played it perfectly. There it is. 2 on the board for Avant as Ofnu clutches that one through, but APOC makes a big play.
Yeah, picked the timing there perfectly. You can see Renegades was holding for quite a while, just sitting with those rifles out, holding the door angle, holding the window angle, and then as soon as Malta falls back, gets the flash out, ready for the retake to come through door, that's when APOC picks his timing. This man quite famous for his timing, playing around in the smokes, getting those cheeky clutch rounds that you shouldn't be able to get away with. Just got such a good intuitive sense on when to pick his pushes. And again, that's reaped its rewards.
Oops is going to get caught with his pants down at long. Caught out by the USP. He's not able to retrieve the AK just yet. And APOC managed to equalize for one, but now that's 2 rifles down in the hands of the Renegades. They bought nothing here.
Yeah, it's not equalizing when you're dying to USPs with these rifles and hats.
I started saying that when he was still alive. It would have been okay then.
He's on the off angle. He's getting volleyed out. Will it spread? It actually hasn't spreaded, so they think it's clear. And now the dive straight through the smoke, but it seems like AVANT's dealing with this okay. Another Molotov on top of Hats does flush him out. Only player being able to retake is coming in through CT. And although Sicko has an AK, he's got no armor. The utilities blocked him off, and AVANT's going to put themselves in the post plant. Sicko will just run away and save that AK.
Yeah, good choice as well. Look, they've got plenty of money in the bank for the next round. You got Dexter there with, slight round loss bonus. May just have enough to drop an AWP across to Sicko as well. So let's see if he can keep the AK alive. Looks like AVANT, they're a bit worried about their own economy. So at the moment, they're not going for the hunt. They are just happy with the round, trying to tie it up at 3 apiece.
Look, if you lose 2 players to USPs, do you really want to fight an AK, Mac?
Some teams do.
Yeah.
But AVANT, they're taking the mature approach. They're taking the...
The 1 rifle wouldn't have been worth losing anymore, I don't think.
Yeah.
Well, 1 rifle is all that Renegades will come away from that round with. In's just quietly at 10 and 2. Seems to be doing his normal thing, plugging away. Doesn't matter what weapon he has, whether it's just the default USP. He's still fragging up a storm. And AVANT doing pretty decently here. They've chipped down that CT economy. They've been putting their foot in the door pretty consistently here, but their money hasn't built up to anything crazy just yet.
Sterling's got the AWP. 0 and 5, yet to make an impact in the server, but there's no answering sniper on the CT side, so we'll see if he's going to be able to find a few picks with it for his team in this one. Let's have a little bit more free reign as APOC starts to take some short control. Looks like it is going to be towards A here, with Offnu making some noise over by himself on B, keeping 2 players here, and they're actually going to go for the push.
Just on the timing. Want to play that angle to see if anyone checks it, can get the 2-man crossfire in onto that position. APOC, again, you saw him go for that short control. Said in the interview, he plays a little bit more aggressively when he's calling. Does go and secure that map control and then micros the rest of the team to make a decision based off the information that he's gathered. So again, he's got that short control. Last time it was the call to go back to long. This time around, it will be the play straight up short, but the HE nade times so well. Was that Inns who threw that?
I think so.
Let's see what he can do here from Goose. He is going to be first point of contact unless Sicko can get up to that box on A-ramp, and there it is. 2 fast kills for Inns, and he's going to spot that bomb going down. Molotov as well forces him into the open. Noobster will at least get that trade through. Notice that Malta's playing from the corner. Hats comes in from CT. Nade smoke, I thought, might have favoured Noobster in that position, but Sterling cannot make it happen from the top short boxes, and we are going to see Renegades win another and edge back out into the lead.
Beautiful stuff. That's going to be a bit of a tricky situation to navigate through in terms of the economy for AVANT, because there were a couple of close rounds. They lost a couple of guns to USPs, so now they will have to take the save, maybe buy up a couple of pistols to try to do some economic damage to Renegades, who their money hasn't built up just yet. So 2-3 kills in a round like this can definitely make a difference.
Pistols out for the T side here. They've done some decent damage with the Deagles so far. Renegades, for their part, pretty much the same thing again from them. 2 players on B, using a couple players at long to establish Malta and Pit, and then rotating away to leave him there. Given that it is just the pistols for AVANT this time, you'd hope to see this being a Renegades round, but weirder things have happened. I can't count on any number of hands the amount of deco rounds that I've seen won in Australian Counter-Strike over the last few years, so we'll see. Looks like it's going to be a bit of a slow one, though. AVANT hoping they can find a player exposed and get a pick with one of those pistols. And Renegades, for their part, in no rush to do anything, really. They're holding onto their utility, playing a little bit more passive map control over towards mid. And it is mid where AVANT want to go by the looks of things, up towards short as well.
But just maintaining that short control. Now the mid to B smoke actually up onto the corner, and they'll complete the wall of smoke, but This is just trying to draw a rotation out from Renegades, and that's exactly what's happened. Inns has dived through that smoke, and it's only Sicko to hold the cross. But when I say only Sicko, he just is not missing, and Inns is joining him up as well.
Looking sharp as nails on the rifle, and that is just a mop-up. 3 for Sicko. Was it? No, 3 for Inns, 2 for Sicko, and it was just a perfect hold.
16 and 4 for Inns, by the way.
Yeah, he's fragging up a storm.
And it's not like AVANT did anything wrong there. They did use the right utility. They were throwing all the flashes. It was just perfectly played to dodge that utility by the Renegades. So
they got to take another save, actually.
Yeah.
It's not what you want to be seeing. A double eco on the T side. See, double ecos are so rare nowadays. You know, you only really see them out of teams that want to use full utility and use an AWP or sometimes a double AWP, and that's something that I've seen for a fair bit this year. Is they've been willing to take double orbs. They really trust their full buy gun rounds, which is interesting considering that a lot of the time in the second round you often do see them, you know, full buy the Deagle armor. You know, it's kind of like a question of, okay, I guess they're full buying the Deagle armor because they think that they're double ecos are a necessity, so they'd rather just get the full buy out of the way early on, rather than, hey, we can actually win this full, you know, Deagle armor buy.
Oh, and how the hell is that shot missed? Sicko threads the needle, and unfortunately, it's not a good thing. He's going to be stuck at car now, as he does have Dexter rather coming in to try to help him out, and it is a perfect setup for the moment. Sicko will eventually go down, but Dexter knows the last man's over towards long as well. They've got full control of the bomb, and him and Inns trying to fight this together, but Ofnu isolating the fight so perfectly, but he's only got that Deagle, and the M4 is going to give him one better. 3 in a row now for Renegades as they send it to a 6-3 lead.
Yeah, now they've got strong money behind them, and this is where it gets so much harder to beat a team on the CT side of Dust2. You know, if their money's shaky, you can steal some of those rounds away where, oh, they don't have all of the utility, they don't have access to the AWP. You know, these are pretty critical factors for a CT side team on Dust2, but once they get a lot of money under their belts, they've got that full utility, they can run all the protocols they need to run. That's when your job gets a lot harder as a T side. There's less gaps. That's going to be a good start, though. Sterling's going to find a pick over towards long to start things off, and now you just see AVANT pump the brakes a little bit. Apoc's well aware that the aggression should be coming out, and he punishes it. Sterling as well, punishing Dexter for pushing through that mid-smoke. Now AVANT going straight onto this B site.
Hats with a lot to do here, trying to catch him as they come through the smokes, and he will get Haz up. He's going to be pushed to door. Great timing from Ofnu. We'll find him out, and it's Inns, the man who has been fragging so hard for Renegades. Cops a dink as well, tries to get the utility out. Ofnu, good entries there once they had that bomb site control, or really, you know, just good kills, but well played from AVANT. They actually get the opening frags, and they're able to convert it.
Yeah, that's Sterling, man. Jeez. That's a Sterling round. He just finds some very, very critical frags. You can see Apoc, as opposed to some of those other rounds where he's just diving up short, you know, pretty much dry. Maybe there's a flash or two supporting from his teammate at top mid. As soon as they get that first pick, you can see him pump the brakes a little bit. He was well aware that there was some kind of push coming in there. He just sits in lower dark, punishes the aggression. So.
Whoa. Ince is on 17 kills already?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah,
mate, he's been just pumping up the numbers.
That's it.
I love that according to our little bar on the side there that like tracks their relative performance. I think it was Dexter's over 100 ADR, and that's still like only 3/4 because Inns is doing so well. Sorry, mate. That's like your 100 plus ADR is like a 75% performance. You're gonna need to pump it up.
Oh, wouldn't Malta look great if he shaved the rest of his face and just left that moustache there? I think it'd look perfect. Same as this man. Hats, look at him. I reckon they'd be marvellous moustaches. I don't know why they're not supporting Movember. Come on, just shave the scruff. Keep what counts. Look, him as well. Apoc, come on. The boys, they're just leaving the scruff there. Oh, look, can't complain about this one. This man, oh, he is a beautiful specimen. Thank you. Thank you, Noobster. Ofnu, same could be said. Come on, someone else judge them with me. I can't now feel like a bad guy.
I was just letting you do this, man. You seem to be onto something.
How many people actually don't have facial hair in this game?
I don't know if there's any. Maybe Sterling?
I've never seen Sterling with facial hair.
Yeah, I don't think I have either. But I also haven't seen Sterling for a while because...
Please tweet Mac on Twitter if you have photos of Sterling with facial hair.
He's overseas, you know. He's hidden. He's hidden in New Zealand.
Hiding from you specifically. Yep. He knows you're going to judge his facial hair.
Exactly. He knew what was coming. He killed me in Among Us, and I'm coming for some judgment. Anyway, it's a new round 11 to be exact, as we do see AVANT take up a dark control again. Apoc all the way down towards mid doors. Looks like he's going to try to work a timing, which he will find. No CTs.
They are on this cross, though. Already Inns is on his way in there, and that's the player you don't want to meet. Hats up over the box, finds Offnu around the edge of the smoke as well, and there's more players coming this way. APOC actually hasn't been found out here yet. Will Inns go through this smoke and spot him? Doesn't look like it. This might be a pretty difficult one for Renegades to hold now.
And it's just a matter of moments. The pincer starts to come through. APOC, he gets that final kill on site, and there it is. 4 alive for AVANT as they have full control of site. Renegades may just try to make this one work. Good nade coming through, but it unfortunately doesn't hit where Planter went.
They're just playing for exits at this point. And that's just another case of AVANT just not rushing things, playing very measured, very patient. They're well aware that, okay, look, we lost the man advantage, but they're not running around like headless chooks, you know. They're well aware they've got the flank. Pretty sure APOC, again, who's in a more aggressive position, is just calling to the rest of the boys, look, chill out, chill out.
And this is exactly what you were talking about before, Mitch. Look at Renegade's economy now. That's why they're saving, and you were saying it's so hard for that CT side to get many rounds on the board if you don't have a stable economy. And now it's cooked.
Yeah, it's cooked for now. They definitely don't have the loss bonus, that's for sure. So I think it's probably going to be just 2 pistols with the saved guns. Would be surprised if they full bought, although I have seen Renegades really rely heavily on those MP9s before, so that's what I'd be expecting from them if they're going to lean towards that side of the equation, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, they did save 3 rifles out of that, including AWP, so see what exactly they're going to go for. No, they're not actually investing anything on the players who were killed. They've just got CZ for hats.
They need to even up their money, and there's only 2 ways to do that, and that's, you know, either all force or just save with the guns that you have. Malta, he's going to get himself an AWP, actually. Sterling's running up short by himself. That's not what you want to be seeing at all.
Well, let's see what Malta can do with the big green wand there as Ince tries to make his way through. There's a bit of a spam, but he sends it back a little bit better. 13 HP as Malta comes over the top. That AWP now having huge impact in the round. It's going to go back to a 3-on-1 as APOC is going to be left last alive. Dexter spotting the angle, and APOC knows that one of the AWPs is going to be quite close to the smoke. How does he play the rest of it? He's got time on his side, but not much else.
It's a pretty tricky situation to be in. He's going to try and find Dexter and give it a second opportunity. Dexter's not going to miss that one. And it was looking good for AVANT for a second there with that opening pick. But
that's just a silly round to
you're
lose.
all on by yourself.
Like Sterling did a good job getting that pick in middle, but there's just no world where he should be running up catwalk when the rest of his team's at long.
Especially not as the AWPer. Like if you're a rifler, maybe.
Yeah, that's just one of those situations where you're just maybe feeling it and not really thinking through what you're doing. You get that first kill and you're like, it's time for the highlight reel.
Here we go, boys. Clip it.
Yeah.
But now that does give Renegades the double AWP, which we haven't seen yet this game, but they handed it, so why not? Dexter's going to cop a tag there, but still alive. And once again, AVANT managed to get APOC up on short. They've done this quite a bit, as you've said, Billy.
Yeah, well, at the moment, they're still just doing that 1-3-1.
Oh, but this time, Renegades pushing straight into upper dark. That's a missed opportunity, but a hard shot to hit.
Yeah, the jiggles from Offnu do keep him alive, and he gathers the info that they're going for that push on the extremity towards B tunnels, and AVANT, they don't really do anything differently. Still 1:10 on the clock. They've got a handful of grenades to be able to do an execute or a mid-round play with, and they have secured deep short control. You can see Offnu is prioritizing holding onto that tunnel control, wants to try to punish any kind of a push into lower dark or anything like that. And now the execute out for AVANT will be that Vanguard smoke and the CT smoke there. Or, sorry, it's just CT and the progression smoke, the one way up on the top. And it seems like they want to go for a mid to B.
Oh, and the flashes come through, dropping down straight into Ince, who is ready and waiting in CT, but he's not ready for the second man. Hazza comes out mid doors, which is not going to be spotted by Hats, tries to make his way back through B doors as well. Sicko chimes in, Sterling on the trade. This is looking good for the split, but it's going to be a 2-on-2 on site. Noobster comes through, Dexter missed opportunity. Sterling comes in from the window, and now it's all up to Malta to try to salvage the round from here.
Oh, Sterling's really warming up. You know, he was 0-5 or something. Now he's like 8-4 since then. Hitting some pretty incredible shots. Couple of multi-frag rounds that he's just putting on the board for AVANT. Even though, you know, last round, bit of a boneheaded play, definitely made up for it in spades this round. And now AVANT back in pole position to reset that CT money. And towards the tail end of the half, that's exactly what you want to be doing on the T side.
See, I was going to say something there about how well Renegades were managing their peaks in terms of alternating which players were fighting at different times so that an AVANT player would shoot at someone and get shot in the back from somewhere else, but they managed to do a bit of that of their own, and Sterling coming alive. As you say, Dexter will get the one, but Noobs is going to be on the trade, and straight into the B bomb site they go. Nowhere for Hats to run.
There you go. Apoc said that they were ready for this matchup, and he's looking sharp and looking to lead by example. Now, into round 14. It's already over. Looks like Renegades, knives out, jumping about on the A site. They're happy to save into the final round of the half, where it is all tied up. 7 rounds for each team.
Yeah, it's a bit of a curious save, you know, because it's like you're looking at what they're saving.
Yeah,
Eagle armors, it's scouts. This is nothing you can't buy next round anyway. So, yeah, maybe they can drop some MP9s, maybe they can drop a FAMAS or something to one of their teammates, but I would like to see them go out and try to get something better, go out and get an AK, especially because you're looking at AVANT's money. It's like they've reduced their loss bonus. They're going to be winning this round for 3-something K.
Well, it could be the delivery service if AVANT keep going forward. However, there it is, 1 AK retrievable if Malta can fight for it. He's got it in his hands. Apoc spams, and look, it costs Ince his life, but they come away with another rifle. So the save ends up working, and
it's absolutely worth it.
yeah, AVANT, they're not going to know any different. They didn't know that they just had the Deagles in this round.
I mean, it's not a rifle that they would have had access to. I really think that, to be honest, Renegades should have been the ones hunting there, not the other way around. But I don't think AVANT, especially because they put a lot of priority over towards that mid to B side of the map, I don't think they knew what the other CTs were really working with as much. So maybe they're feeling like, oh, we got to take the M4s off their hands. They don't know they're just Deagles and Scouts.
Going to boost Apoc up this time to get a cheeky angle at long on the boxes. And Malta, if he tries to get too cheeky here, he might get caught out by this. It's not often that you'll have a player up there. Have to see if he checks if he does go in, but again, another slow start here. Apoc's just going to be waiting for this pick, and if he does, that'll dictate where his teammates go. They're all sitting around mid at the moment, with, again, Offnu hanging out in upper dark by himself. So the buy for Renegades, it's better than last round, but it's still not great. They've got that 1 saved AK, Scout and MP9, then some pistols. So they need to be playing all of these close range angles, and oh boy, Malta, he's got the fury of the T's coming his way. 4 players, nothing he'll be able to do.
Couldn't get that molly down in time, and he'll pay the price, but so will Apoc. Scout in the hands of Sicko is looking very sharp today. Flashes himself, unfortunately, at the same time as the 2 AVANT players, who are going to continue to force their hand up a long.
Yeah, Renegades have got a lot of map control, though. You know, they've got CT and short, they've got mid. This could be the difference maker. Offnu, he finds the timing, isn't punished for it either. In fact, confident repeat, ready to take the fight with that CZ.
AVANT, they're really feeling it at the moment, and again, it's going to be Ince feeling the flames as he goes down as well. 2 on 4. No way Renegades can bring this back unless Sicko pulls something out here, tries to get the jump in, no scopes, and he's not going to be able to connect. The drop comes through the smoke, and that may just be the half Dexter. If anyone can do it, it is this man, but he's going to get his head knocked off. So AVANT lead as we send it into half-time by 1 round. Find out how this one ends up as we have to go to a short break. Don't go anywhere. Second half coming up soon.
Me here with my thoughts alone. I don't wanna wake up messed up, 'cause I can't spend another day like this. Another type of caked up breakup, where I've been finding any way to my fix. But I need you now, 'cause I don't wanna be around. No, I don't wanna wake up messed up. There's gotta be another way past this. I'm so sorry that
first match of the day, and you can see that the heat is certainly getting to the players. Ince looking tired after losing by 1 round in the first half. Let's see what they can do in the second and if they can claw it back as they head it into the T side. However, Avant going to be going to the defense. Let's see what they have for us.
Yeah, that's just classic. He's 19-9. He's like, did drop 20.
Did you see what I just saw?
What?
Sterling had facial hair.
Oh, there it is. That's
crazy.
the content.
There's the answer to all our questions we had earlier. And let's see if this is the answer that Avant need to look for, just sending it straight up mid. Managing to slide Sterling through, but he's going to be spotted. And now the aggression at lower dark might have stopped him. No, it's just APOC to 4, but even so, Renegades now with the man advantage.
Yeah, they lost that initial pick, but they do have uppers control, the push on the extremity there. Often he's playing behind the smoke here, but he's going to have to go absolutely massive. And so far, so good until Dexter does manage to recalibrate that shot. Noobster doesn't quite get that kill, actually. That was a pretty critical one. So Renegade's in pole position now for sure.
They've heard where Hazard is as well. All going to be done here in just a second. He will get the 1, but surely not too much more than that. Actually, they've got to be a little bit careful here playing against a USP at range, but they're all confident. They know he's weak, and Hazard, it's a long way back into this round. He'll go for the fight. Dexter from the scaffolding will be able to close it. Renegades straight back into things, tie it up here. Avant, they tried some aggression, but got punished for it pretty handily.
Yeah, well, that was it as well. I saw Hazard's crosshair placement for a moment, and I was like, maybe it's not all over, but he just barely couldn't hit those shots. So, great round from Renegades to get straight back into the game. And remember, they've taken both the pistols now. So, let's see if they can convert this into a few more, or if Avant's Force Bite will provide a bit more fruit than what happened in the first half.
Smoke onto the corner of Long, but Avant's just going to call the bluff, I think. They nade into Long Heart and push straight through. In the meanwhile, Renegades just spread out around the map. Clearing lower dark, going for a bush, a boost. I don't know why I said bush. It's just too Australian, too Aussie. Bit of bush tucker. There's a move through lower dark. Start to see if they can find some short control or some mid control, perhaps.
There's 4 players from Avant towards A right now. They do have APOC floating around in mid here. It's come back over to the doors, but still, the majority of players over towards A. And at least he knows one player's there now, puts some damage through the door and gets a little bit in return.
It's actually been interesting from Avant.
Dude.
You almost got him straight through the door. They've been putting a lot of emphasis on Noobster. Like, they just leave him out on an island on one side of the map as the stand-in half the time, and he seems to do it so well. Like, he's pushed up a dark.
Dry. Gets the pick.
It's not dry, he's heard the info. Oh, that's sharp though from Malta.
Yeah, a bit all over the place, but Renegades now deciding to go straight up short as Noobs is going to be fast on their flank. However, Renegades turn the tide and send it back towards mid. Smoke down. Noobs now is going to hear them all going to lower dark, but he'll beat them to sight as the rotation comes through as well. Sterling starts to make his way across, and Hazard is going to fully clear out mid as he's gone all the way through bedroom. Let's see if Noobster has what it takes to hold here. Sterling's life is going to be traded out, at least for now. Now he just needs to dance around and buy some extra time for Hazard to come through. Ince, though, running with that UMP. It's dirty, but it gets the job done, and he's going to be looking for more over towards window. Hazard straight through the smoke at this minimal time. He can't stop that plant from going down, and Renegades will clutch out another round. But Avant's pistols kept it costly.
I don't think Noobster could have played that better, to be honest.
Yep.
Almost took that round for Avant, just playing on that big side solo.
Yeah, it's a pretty tricky thing to be able to do, particularly with a gun like the CZ. Because sure, you can get a lot of kills with it, but you can't really afford to take long, drawn-out gunfights with that thing, because you get, what, 2 bullets? Something like that? But in seriousness, it's only a couple of mags, and it fires incredibly quickly, so you can't really afford to be stuck in a gunfight for long. You've got to try and play position and get them close, so you can guarantee the kill with the few bullets that you have. Either way, Renegades fast into the B-bomb site this time. AKs and SMGs to lead the charge, and it's only a couple pistols here for Avant. They've already lost the first player.
It was a bit harder for Noobster to hold this time when he couldn't even think. His brains were blown up there by the Mac 10. Sterling in there to draw blood in the round, but now has a 9 HP. He's just going to be tapped away. Very clean round from Renegades, keeping 4 alive. I think only one of the Mac 10s was dropped there, so not really even a costly round, all things considered. And Avant are going to go into their first gun round for the half, looking to try to close this gap.
Well, at least they've kept the gap at the half quite small, and we're even leading, so that's always what you want to be seeing. You know, if you don't get rolling too much on that T side, then you're chasing on the CT side trying to close the game, and you don't have very many rounds to work with. That's where the economy can be a big problem. But even if Avant loses a couple of these rounds, it can still keep going.
Dexter.
Straight through the smoke.
Okay.
So feels bad. And that was the main player who was in pole position to cause some damage for Renegades in that situation. So Renegades, they called a cancel. Going to be heading back towards mid, leaving ins in towards long doors while the rest of the lads try to make something happen from the 4-on-5.
Well, that's it, Avant. They've seen that strat before and knew that Dexter was just taking the spawn and trying to make his way as fast as possible down long, but it does not work out. However, I think he had the Mach 10, so it wasn't a super costly round for him to die early. But look at this positioning, Avant. Crossfire essentially established as Apox, just going to be gazing through the gap in the doors. Offnu peeking on the contact. It's nice CT setup.
They got Noobster there with 2 flashes, so as soon as Apox sees some players, you're going to see a couple of quick flashes over towards mid. That could be quite hard for Renegades to deal with, who do have in still poking around.
Offnu ends up taking first contact there, so dangerously peeking, but he still survives for now. Smokes across as Apoc decides to take the fight, but he's been binked back as well, down to 16. And now it's getting rough for Avant. 2 players so low, trying to establish this crossfire. 1 stray bullet is all that it will take to find both of them. Often Apoc out of the picture. And they're going to spot Hazard as well, who's gone aggressive over towards long. He sends it back, and Sterling going to be last alive on site. Nice shot to at least find the man advantage. Bombs down on the corner, and it's up to Hats to clutch it. But look at this, 10 seconds. Molly in his way, as well as beautiful. Sterling on a ramp. 4 kills in the round. The man is on a mission. And he's doing so damn well.
That's like classic Sterling. Like, I just saw him on the A side. I'm like, yeah, should be right.
Yeah, I had the same thought. It was like, yeah, of all the places you could go on the map, you go with like 20 seconds left, you're running into an AWPer who loves playing these angles. It was very
like his
really nice shots,
position.
yeah.
Like, you could actually probably make
over a box.
You could probably make a whole frag movie of just Sterling playing from the A site. Like, not even the car cross, like the A site playing around those boxes.
Yep.
Like, it just gets so many highlights there.
Giles will give you a week, mate.
You've been called out.
I reckon that would be at least like a 2-minute frag movie of just 4Ks and just, you know,
yeah.
crazy stuff.
Well, if you remember last week, Sterling actually had a bit of a sleeper, so he had his week off, and it looks like he really needed that holiday.
So, like, you know, we hear about all these 6-man rosters giving people time off. I guess you just take a bit of a nap sometimes.
Just let the rest of the boys do the work. Apoc drops that molly.
It's worth noting, by the way, that was a double AWP round for Avant there. They've already lost it on Noobstar, but they did have 2 out.
Yeah.
First time we've seen it, and Hats has already ripped it away.
Apoc's juggled it over. He's going to put that to use over towards mid and just play retake on that B-bomb site. So this is pretty much the best setup you could hope for in a 4-on-5. Renegades angling towards Catwalk and long. And Avant very much set up for this A-split.
They've got Offnu up to Goose now as well, which is dangerous if Sterling can just draw all that attention. 40 seconds, Renegades have
You know what's funny?
smoked off.
That smoke could actually lose them the round if Renegades just goes back towards mid to B. It does seem like they're keen to just make this split happen no matter what.
Mm.
Yeah, but if they just ran back B, it's only Apoc there with an AWP. There's only so much you can do with a sniper rifle trying to stop a B hit.
There's no counter flashes though, which makes these spots on the site a little bit harder for the CTs to maneuver around. There's only 1 flash for Renegades as well. They're not going to be able to layer their flashes. First flash is going to fly out from Dexter. That's it. That's all they've got.
And it's not going to blind Sterling, not enough anyway, as he finds another,
God.
just picking them to pieces. Swing from Offnu, they both fall. Now there's a chance for the bomb to be planted, and a chance in the round out of nowhere. Renegades just completely swing it back in their favor, and it's up to Apoc to win the 1-on-2.
Surely not. Coming in from CT, it's such a rough spot for him. No utility to speak of. 2 players to find on this bomb site, and they're already pushing them together down the ramp, and it's Sicko to clean it up. Halfway through that round, not 15 seconds ago, I was thinking, yeah, all right, Pilly, here's another Sterling highlight for the reel, but
Where did that last shot go?
don't
That last
know.
shot went into Narnia, mate.
yeah, I
like,
thought it was going to be a collat. That'd be the round.
I thought this was
here it is.
flat
Let's
here,
see.
but unfortunately we didn't get it. But like that last shot, I feel like
It's a bit of a...
I wanted the slow-mo of that one because I wanted to see it. That looked like Sterling got robbed.
Yeah.
That's the one where Dexter just comes out of it and goes, yeah, calculated, boys, it's all right.
Yeah, mate, I meant that 100%. Back to the pistols now for the Avant boys again as Renegades extend their leads to only 2 rounds ahead. So it's been a close game the whole time, but Apoc, he's trying something up mid and he's been caught out already. So aggression denied for Avant. So this should be Renegades getting themselves up to 12, only 4 rounds away. How are we feeling, Billy? Avant, I mean, they're still like you know, score-wise, they're still
CT
close.
Side, man. That's the tough part of it, really. That last round, I felt like that definitely could have been in the AVANT round, and that could have been a difference in momentum. Now they're kind of chasing, which is an issue. It's always an issue to chase against Renegades because they're very, very good at staying one step ahead and just changing up what they're doing based off their previous calls and just messing with you.
Just keep you guessing, which is the hard part because Renegades have a very thorough playbook. In AVANT, they've only got a couple of default pistols, a deagle, and only 4 players as well because APOC got knocked out early with the aggressive push-up mid for info. And in comes at least the coordinated 3-man, make it a 4-man swing, but it is no kills found for AVANT. Renegades just facing straight back. 2 for Hats, 2 for Sicko, and 12 rounds for the Renegades.
Is this going to be another double AWP? Does look like the singular only. Somewhat some limited utility for Hazard, but the rest of the boys are fine. It's that Molotov that I'm looking at because I think Hazard's that B anchor, so sometimes you don't have that molly towards B. Oh no, he's not B anchor anymore. I forgot. It's Noobster now. Yeah. In this this AVANT, he's over towards that A side, so we'll be heading in straight towards long, and he's going to get that Molotov in. APOC now defending mid. Yeah, they just do it dry, but they get that trade, and now Noobs are under a lot of pressure here.
Let's see if he's going to be able to hold as Dexter plays the dangerous game, just waiting in the smoke for it to fade, and fade it will right now. Noobster, no, he's pulled out the util. He somehow survives and wins the engagement. Almost the second. Bink onto Sicko through the wall as he goes down to 3 HP. Now Offnu tries to get over in time. Sicko just on the 3. Harry Potter's there. One nicely placed nade could do it, but there's only a molly on Sterling, and he's way too far away.
Offnu's going to go straight in and should be finding Sicko, but it takes just long enough, and In's able to trade it. That said, Sterling back in here as well, and now it's In's in the 1 versus 2. The man has 26 kills already, so you'd think he's going to be pretty good for this. A KD of 2 and 2 players to find. This could be the 13th round for the Renegades. Pretty much no utility left as well. They're going to go for the push together, and In's. It was close. He had him lined up, but couldn't quite knock him down.
Yeah, it's caught in transition there. Unfortunately, crosshair placement in the right spot, but he started moving and then that spray gets a little bit messy. Just that half a second difference on the push. Happens to the best of us, man. CS, so much about timing on some of these duels.
What is that?
Yeah, Noobster almost held on there. That's the thing. It's like he's getting 26 kills. He's sleeping at his desk.
Not good enough.
Oh, I could have 1v2. So frustrating. I should be able to kill the whole team by myself.
If all the highlights on HLTV don't say In's, and he's doing it wrong.
Pretty much. Oh, this is cheeky from APOC.
Oh, he's done this a few times, and that's a lot of control. Drops the molly at lower dark to go back down short. Sicko just lets him escape. Missing quite a hard shot. Not expecting him to be there already.
Well, Renegades on a bit of a streak, but their economy's definitely taken a couple of hits along the way, and this is where AVANT could capitalize and try to even up that scoreline. Could see Renegades just doing the 1-3-1 dance, holding the extremities, looking to try to find some mid or cat control. And so far, so good. They've secured catwalk. It's where Sterling wants to try to creep up on the line and get himself a pick.
Good line to hold here too. As he has Malta edging around the corner, waiting with the AK in hand. Plenty of util on him as well, so if Sterling can get this pick, it'll be detrimental to an execute up short. If Renegades opt to go in this direction, they may just do so. No flash. Oh, okay, clearing close.
Sicko's ready for this shot as well. It's not exactly your most typical angle for an AWP to play, and Sterling's going to fall off it back to the side. And nade's going to do some good damage. The double nade actually does great damage. Goodness me, that's not a good start for Renegades. And Sicko, or Sterling even, needs to hit himself some shots here, spamming through the smokes of the CTs, and now the kills start to come in. 3 players for the Renegades. 20 seconds left to put this bomb down, and In's completely caught out in the open. 2 kills for Dexter to breathing it back, though, and 12 seconds left as Sicko finds another one. Somehow the Renegades are making this work. They'll get that bomb down now in a 1 versus 2, make it a 1, or a 2 versus 2, make it a 1v2 and a none v2. Chaotic.
It's a done v2, Tim. It's done.
Well done.
All over Red Rover.
Now Renegades, I think a bit cooked in terms of the money, lads.
Yes, that's not ideal.
Still got about 3K on a lot of these players, so I wouldn't be expecting the little force or anything like that here. I wouldn't mind just seeing a couple of Deegs or maybe like a pistol armor. Renegades are usually quite good at making these pistol armor rounds work, where they have some utility, they have an idea of what they want to be doing, try and maximize the potential of them winning a round like that. And it's going to be one of those rounds. Couple of Deegs. Looks like more of a free-for-all with just some utility on Dexter, see how it goes. But economic damage is absolute gold here. You're looking at AVANT. Their money's bloody cooked right now. They really cannot afford to be losing any guns. But when you're looking at Renegades, with Scouts, with Deagles, it's almost like guaranteed damage, man.
Yeah, surely they get at least a frag or two out of this, if nothing else. So it's risky business for AVANT here. But again, only one round off the pace. If they can get this one cleanly, then they're straight back into it. Can be very risky for them, though, and that's not a good start. Noobster with the AWP going to potentially lose the fight to the Scout here. Cops the first tag, and Inns wants to try and push that.
He dropped that nade as well, which didn't quite hit the mark. Noobster sent back down to 27 after the engagement, but he's just going to reposition. He does have that AWP to play with, so health is not a huge factor if he can hit his shots, but he's also stuck under windows, so
and
AVANT
still aren't rotating anyone to help him.
Well, yeah, Renegades has cat control here, actually, and they can make a bit of noise. It's actually the three-man tower, which is interesting. I thought it was going to be the dribble smoke with a couple of flashes in towards gate, and it still might be.
Oh, spotted.
Inns. Too ready for it.
There's the dribble smoke, there's the gate flashes. They're just going to get into that big site, but there's no smoke on these door crosses. This is where this strategy starts to get a little bit worse than it used to be, but they're still getting a couple of kills here. This is very doable. Malta's on the lurk as well here, Mac.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, this is going to be something over the top. Ince is so sharp today. No matter which weapon you put in his hand, it's working out. And there's a chance. Hazard, though, hits back. Flank, not a factor. Now it's all up to Hazard 1-on-2 as Ince gets himself a third. He's ready for the fourth, but he's done. Now Dexter under window does have that deagle out. Didn't want to reload the import just yet, as he knows he's got 7 in the mag, and he's going to frag. There's another. Renegades hit back with a lackluster buy and keep that lead 13-11.
Dude, that even now with the open door, that dribble smoke into the flashes is just so dirty. And sure, Inns makes it a little bit more effective getting that pick with the Scout, or a couple of picks with the Scout rather. This man just cannot put a foot wrong at the moment. But yeah, I mean those dribble smoke rounds with the gate flashes, that is such cancer to play against. I swear to God.
My man's 1 off 30, by the way. 29 for Inns here in round 25. So still a very, very strong game from him, as we, well, would expect, really. Man's good. He's a gamer. Renegades taking themselves some long control here. They've got the AWP set up to hold that corner. 2 rifles going to take contact, and it's all USP, well, nearly all USPs. 2 upgraded pistols for AVANT, but no utility, no armor behind it. Should be 14 for Renegades here.
Yeah, they're just taking that long control. Just going to chuck the smokes on the cross, I would imagine, and creep up that idiot wall. And Molly's on the site.
I've never heard idiot wall before.
There's so many idiot walls.
Aren't they all idiot walls?
No, there's very specific idiot walls, Tim. Mac knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm an idiot, and I know. Yeah.
I'm also an idiot.
That's not what I meant. Actually, I took it
like
I
that.
meant was Mac's smart, so he should know what the idiot walls are, but he's just taking it the wrong way.
It's all right, I forgive you. I am an idiot, and I am happy to admit that. But even so, Dexter making AVANT look like idiots as all 3 line up. And look, there's not much you can do when you've only got those USPs, no armor. Toes spotted Noobster. He's going to be stuck in the corner. Might find one. Maybe P250 can dish some damage. No, Malta, he wanted that knife. But Hatz says, no, it's my kill, mate. Not today. And there we are. Renegades 3 in the lead.
25 words or less. Why is it an idiot wall?
Well, if you're standing there and then the CTs flash, you just die.
Okay, cool. I thought that's
You're a
what
bit
it
of
would
an
be.
idiot.
I thought that's what it would be, but I did want to ask.
What about, you know idiot wall on train? You know
Yes.
it. Yes, you do. Okay.
The
So-
famous one.
Again,
the
I've never
famous
heard
one
it
is
called
the,
that, but now that I'm like thinking
the
along the
idiot,
concept,
the
like,
idiot
yeah.
wall on Cash is the best idiot wall. That's the original idiot wall.
Let's see where this round ends up. And if AVANT can hit back, they've finally got some weapons on the board. They've used a lot of utility, and Hazard's out of the picture already.
That's his
Big
30.
pick coming out from Ince. And as you mentioned, that's going to be the dirty 30 for Ince.
Yeah, this is where, teams like Renegades, they don't play safe when they're ahead and when they have a strong economy. They go for the throat. almost every time you see a little bit of aggression. It's nothing crazy. They're not going balls to the wall, but that's where you see individuals start to take a couple of extra risks that maybe they wouldn't in some other circumstances. And they're so good that they get away with it almost the majority of the time. They have such good reads, intuitive players, and they've managed to get that man advantage.
Noobster this time is not left alone on the B-bomb side. He's going to push into tunnels and ins, despite being on 12 HP, is more than ready for that one. Rips his head off, and now it's APOC. Not normally a man who's chilling out on B, but he's going to try and do something with it here. Gets the timing great on the peak and gets one, but it's only the player who was already tagged. In the meantime, Dexter's found his way out mid to get one more. It's Sterling trying to run away. Surely gets chased down here even. We'll get away for now, but the bomb goes down for Renegades. It's going to be 15 on the board, and they are hunting this AWP. Sterling with a lot of work to do just to save it, and I don't think it's going to work out. The shot's missed. Malta takes it. Nothing left. All right, Malta. It's a bit.
Oh, he gave him a crown.
Gave him a crown,
No,
and then
he
shot
gave
him in
him
the
a crown.
face.
What up, King?
Bit of regicide. That's the one, isn't it?
Regicide?
Where you kill, isn't that killing royalty, killing kings?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I haven't done that before.
It's not. That one's not in your repertoire, Mitch.
No, not
a
really.
common situation for you.
No,
Isn't Regicide like a game mode in Halo?
probably.
Probably.
Maybe? Yeah, mate, look, that's a throwback. Anyway, let's see how this round goes. APOC copying more than he gives, can't connect with the scout through mid doors, and it's going to be a 4-1 split at the moment for Avant. Just looking to establish some long control early. And it's gone well, but with that smoke on the corner that Renegades threw, it's just baited out so much utility from these long players as well.
They just have such bad weapons.
Ooh.
It's just all MP9s and scouts, so every bit of HE nade chip damage makes a big difference. You want to make some softer targets for you to be able to convert some of these frags. But still just biding their time. Couple of cheeky, aggressive angles. That's another great nade. Dexter getting very low now.
What's time taste like?
Stale.
Of course. I guess if it's, you know, the past time. Anyway, moving forward, Renegades, potential final round.
Where did that come from?
He said they're biting time. Anyway.
Yes, that's what he
You
said.
taste with your tongue, Mac, not your teeth, mate.
Very true.
Got this late push into long here. Flash out. Will not be effective onto Hazo's anti-flash, but Inns is effective.
Let's see if the Deagle can be even more effective. Bit of a flash coming out there, but unfortunately not enough for Ofnu to double down. And that's going to be a man advantage still for Renegades. Dexter quite low, and APOC needs to connect here with the scout. He spots that barrel coming around the corner, and he does connect. Goes back for seconds, but Sicko's much sharper with the AWP in hand. And again, leaving it so late, there's 20 seconds. It's back to the 2-on-2. The lurker, Dexter, out of the equation, and it's up to Sterling to buy some more time for Noobster to come up short now. M4 in hand. They don't expect him in this position, and that could just be the clutching moment. 2 kills for
Great
Sterling
flash.
on site, and Avant aren't done yet on D2.
Great flash from Noobster.
Perfect.
Secure that last kill by a couple of extra seconds. It's not a round that Avant should be winning. Oh, come on, bro. Stop doing it to him, Inns. I've had enough.
Worth noting though, we've been talking about Inns a lot. Man's on 32 kills, but Dexter, I believe, has 27.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there behind him.
It's not 32 though, is it?
You're right. You're right. It's not 32.
That's
No,
less.
it's not
Mathematically,
32.
you've got me there, Mitch. Done stitch me up.
Yep. Well, Renegades picking up the pace a little bit more this time around. Dexter going up catwalk, and
flash
he will be
again.
punished. Another great flash. You are right, Tim. That's going to be that short control taken out of the equation. Both of these teams going for a lot of 1-4s where old mate's running up short, and he's usually, you know, the IGL. It's APOC or Dexter. The rest of the lads are over at long. Now the rest of the lads will have to try to convert this 4-5.
Well, Sicko is going to try to take the responsibility of doing so, posted on the line and waiting for one of these CTs to fall into his trap. Flash too deep to affect the Renegades. We are going to see the boost start, but Sicko's already on the line, and APOC has no idea, but he's missed that opportunity. Molly as well might just flash them out for now. Smokes on the cross as Renegades follow. Sterling, another through the smoke onto Hats now. 2-man advantage for Avant. We've seen Renegades come back from these positions, but again, 2 of them already so low. It's going to be so hard for the Renegades. And it's Malta on site, just standing on top of default. Hats hasn't quite spotted him. What's going on here? It's everything's going left, right. Good night. And that might just be what we're about to see. Insto, 1 bullet will get him out of the server.
It's the 180 on long.
Noobster flanked B tunnel like 45 seconds ago to a minute, and he he didn't rush the flank or anything. He was very disciplined. He's clearing out long hard. He's making sure he doesn't push too quickly. And then finally, he's like, yes, my one kill that I've been waiting the whole round for.
So patient.
Look, he already did his job there well and truly. You saw how many players AVANT had on that A side of the map. It's Noobster, man. He's made the info play yet again.
Oh, that was close.
This is one of those half buys for Renegades, though. You can't take for granted.
They've got a lot of utility to go behind it, even though the weaponry is a bit lackluster. They've got the utility to get close.
See Renegades win these rounds all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to just be shift walking up short off the back of that Xbox smoke. So looking to throw a bit of an A execute. Off news on the site. You got Sterling on car. Lots of counter flashes here for AVANT. Those are going to be the critical pieces of utility to buy a little bit of extra space.
This nade could be good from off nerd, depending on the bounce. Unfortunately, goes into the closer corner, which Renegades weren't quite in yet, so not much damage done. Still, though, the rifles on this side of the map playing pretty decent crossfire here. It's going to be a tough knot for Renegades to unravel, but try it they will. And they do have all of this utility, as you've said, to go for the execute. And here it comes, lining up the grenades.
Yeah, they got the progression smoke up onto the ledge there. Surely a CT smoke as well, which will be going out.
And they're going to drop.
Yeah, a couple of flashes. And I don't think Sterling's looking lower. A couple of pistoling players getting very close, but Offner actually hasn't been taken out of the equation. Good cover from CT. That's all Hazard. Just playing that one way in the CT smoke, punishing those players trying to get through that smoke. And AVANT very well aware of how to defend that one. Seems like they're very well practiced against that execute in particular.
You could see there was a few tendencies being played around in that first half, so both teams doing a lot of research, and it looks like AVANT certainly paying off for them.
I keep getting caught off guard. I keep thinking, Hazard's that B player, man, but he's over at long just shooting people running through the smoke. He's not one-waying. Either way, again, this is another one of those rounds. It's like the most critical round of the game that, like, hey, Noobstar, just go solo B, man.
Like, you got this, man.
You got B, and he's like, yeah, dude. 100%.
He's been doing such a good job. It's insane. AVANT, again, 4 players towards A at the start of the round, just giving a lot of responsibility to Noobstar.
They can get away with it, though, because he hasn't been exploited on it. He's been doing his job really well. It's hasn't been a single round where he's just been picked for free and nothing's gone wrong.
Here's the thing, though. AVANT has dumped a lot of utility in the early parts of this round. You know, you can tell it's one of those 15-14 rounds where you're like...
4 flashes left.
Yeah, you just dump a whole lot of util. And actually, the util has been some of the most defining factors for AVANT so far. Those counter flashes have been absolutely key for them in a number of situations.
Yeah, they've got 3 mollies, so they can hold off bomb sites okay, but retaking within the 4 flashbangs is not going to be ideal, and if they use any here, it's going to be tough. The nade...
Pretty good.
Not bad. Chunks molted down a little bit, but still, given the amount of Renegades players here, they'd want some more from it. And yeah, that utility, look at that now. It's real rough. 4 flashes, make that 3 as they throw some.
You got
40 seconds left.
The dribble smoke out from that upper dark player, which draws out even more util from AVANT. They've pretty much been run dry at this point. They've got absolutely nothing left to play with, and now the mid to B split started to come out. And when I say split, it is all of the players coming through mid. No one in upper tunnel.
And they're leaving it so late to get this done 20 seconds. With the picks, though, they're going to try to go back towards A, but Sterling might just make it to A in time. He's been so solid from this position. No way again. He's found the collateral. That should just do it. 12 seconds for Sicko to get to site, and Sterling hides. This looks like we are going to be sending it to overtime, but what can Sicko do? He gets the kill, but he's got it.
He's got it.
He's got it.
Oh, my. Okay, one-on-one, Noobster, the super sub, the stand-in. Can he get this done? He can, hunting the head, and AVANT take another. Ladies and gentlemen, they are not done just yet. We are going to be sending it to overtime here in the first map of the series. Great little comeback from AVANT to keep themselves in it, but we are going to go to a short break before we do head into OT.
outside, stay up all night. It'll take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night, sleep through the sunrise.
Been a while, yeah. Safe to say over a year. Still it feels like I saw you every day. Tired of hanging around the ones that always need an explanation. I don't need to every day. Explain myself, don't hold it against me if I'm somewhere else. Put all the masks that I had on the shelf. Wish I could stay, but it's bad for my head. Something's coming. I wanna be everything I thought that I could never be. Build me up, ease my peace. Figure out all the points that made me. Used to feel like I belong to a certain place or a town. Feeling safe, feeling sound when I'm still around. But there's something in the distance. I wanna know what it's like. Don't worry, I'm still with you all the time. Explain myself, don't hold it against me if I'm somewhere else. Put all the masks that I had on the shelf. Wish I could stay, but it's bad for my head. Something's coming. I wanna be everything I thought that I could be. Build me up, ease my peace. Figure out all the points that made me. Something's
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to overtime. It is going to be a battle between these two teams because AVANT know that they need to take this map if they want to send it to a third. Renegades, however, just letting AVANT back into the game, although it was very hard fought, and AVANT just hitting everything. All the boys firing up just when it was needed, and they're going to be going into OT with a double AWP setup.
Yeah, clawed it all the way back. Now on that CT side, they have every single dollar they could want to work with, which means full util and the double AWP, like you did say, Mac. Now Renegades, a bit of a quicker push straight up catwalk. Will contest long a little bit, but they won't be securing that long control just yet. Hazard's been able to hold on to that. Off angle from Sterling doesn't actually connect, and Opnu unfortunately gets 2 dinks, but no kills.
Huge damage. That molly going to be extinguished straight away, so Renegades will be able to continue to fight. 3 out long, and they're going to find another onto Sterling. Hazard goes down, and everything starts to go wrong for AVANT. Now that nade, just barely going to be dodged as Malta gets out of the area. APOC, though, tries to fight, and he will find one there from Elevator. Tries to fight their way back in, and he might just go through the smoke for it. But for now, just dodges bullets. Dexter comes in from short late, and Noobster not going to be able to cross to short himself as Ince swings at top mid, just looking for the info, and he'll find the kill and the first round of OT for Renegades.
Ince has 39 kills now. Just a quick update if you're playing along at home of how many kills.
It's not 40
Ince has.
though.
I know, it's not 40. It's not 40, honestly. Could be better.
Not 50.
That headshot's pretty clean, though. Man's on point.
Very true. Let's see. If we did cut to his player cam, he'll still be disappointed.
Yeah, he'll still be asleep
right now.
Absolutely. Double orb set up again for AVANT. They don't get much out of it in the last round, and the one time we saw it in regulation, Noobstar pushed uppers with his and got picked by Hats, so see what they're able to do with it this time. Noobs is in towards mid and goes for a pick around the Xbox, but not going to be rewarded for it. The nade, only a very light bit of damage. Again, Sterling's on the deep angle, and this time he can't get it. Offnu goes unpunished so far, but there it is. Malta's just too good. Picks that one up. There's two more players here, but in the meantime, Sicko's gotten involved from top mid. Renegades are in a 5v3 already with a minute 25 to play.
Yeah, posturing back towards that B side of the map where APOC is trying to hold strong, does flash off the angle and sees Hat, so he's going to dump a nade at his feet, and then he gets into the gate position, but Sicko spotted him.
Oh, he can't get a thing done. Dexter with the two-pronged attack is going to fall to Hazard as well, but that's going to be full control of the B site for Renegades as they all filter out the three remaining players in this 3 onto AVANT. They are going to be burnt away from the window for now, and they do have some utility to get back in. Molly under comes through and Hazard follows. However, everyone's going to be able to see everything here. Sicko able to trade, at least for now. Sterling takes out Ince, and he wants some more as well, just waiting. Has some time to play with.
As indeed. Still though, the 1v2 of the AWP, and Hats has the line. Headshot as he walks through the smoke. 17 for Renegades, taking both of the first 2 rounds so far in overtime. Pretty good doing it as well.
In pretty much similar fashion, punishing the same. Like, I felt like that was the same round again.
Yeah.
You know, the aggression up short. Offnu can't get those stinks off. Sterling doesn't connect his shot. After Offnu or Sterling do go down on catwalk, Noobstar feels pressured to peek out middle and even up the accounting. Again, Sicko shoots him as soon as he tries to go for that peek. This time even he's been legged on the cross, so things not really getting any easier for AVANT.
Oh, playing a dangerous game, but Noobstar over the top of the flames will find Dexter. Sicko falls to Sterling, and the AWPs have huge impact in the final round of OT number 1.
Yeah, for the
Or
first
half
time.
number 1.
So cruel of you to specify OT number 1, Mac.
Yeah, well, look, we have to in this day and age because we know what we could be in for.
Hey, there's no Chiefs in this game, okay?
There's players who've been on Chiefs though, that might be enough.
Don't like that thought process.
I'm not sure I do either. Either way, despite the damage done, it's still a 5 versus 3 in favor of AVANT here. Hazard under pressure at pit, but had a few chances then, unable to find it though. Malta will grab the headshot.
Cheeky
Right,
ankle.
Valkyrie rotating in, but very low.
You don't really expect someone to hide car this late into the round, to be honest, but I would be surprised if Renegades don't just check it for sanity's sake.
Well, looks like there's going to be a flash for now,
They're
but
out.
APOC on 17 HP holds his ground.
Oh,
and
what?
Nice shot from Hats. No idea how he's
He
hit
just
that
legs
one.
it straight into B. He's like, see you later. I'm getting into B. Noobs is going to chuck a smoke on towards a choke point, but
Hats will go
Noobs has
straight
been...
through it, surely.
Oh, no, he doesn't commit. Doesn't feel like he needs to take the risk. Renegades are still in the pole position in this 3-on-3, being on that T side. They could choose where they want to go, but Sterling, he wants to try to make a play here.
20 seconds. You need to move very soon if that's what they're doing. Sterling's going to go for the play with the Deagle out. He finds the first headshot and the second. He might just done enough here. He won't be able to get the 3rd kill, but 2 by himself. Surely that is enough damage done. That said, the remaining 2 players on AVANT are very, very low. APOC, though, is going to play the time. Inns has to commit to the plants, and it's APOC to clean it up.
Yeah, so a little bit of a slower round ends up biting Renegades in the butt a little bit. Falls into
See
Newsom.
anything there.
Yeah, well,
No, he
different, what is it, effect settings?
Yeah, true.
I can't remember which one it is, Mac. You should know this.
Yeah, if you put, if you're close to the molly, I think it's better if you have low settings. But if you're on high settings and you're
better
further
be-
away, you want to be on. Yeah, it's better to be further away when you're on the high shaders and effects. Pretty sure. Yeah.
you go.
So also could have been, you know, maybe some ping difference in there.
Yeah.
thrown in the mix. Who
Name
knows?
could have popped up. Who knows?
Crazy.
There's a lot of factors that go into this, Mac.
Yeah. Also, you know, Dexter could have been looking a bit lower than that line as well.
Also, Dexter could have been blinking.
Yeah, he could have. Could have been thinking, looking at his map. There's many many factors that go into these rounds.
Counter-Strike, huh? It's crazy.
What a weird time.
Hell of a drug. Well, AVANT, a bit of a slower round. They tried to contest long a little bit, but they won't secure control of it. Renegades mid-rounding in towards upper. It's a 2-man setup again. They're not going to go for the push yet. Offnu's on the off angle. On top of the box. It's a cheeky spot. Wouldn't be putting your crosshair in that region, really.
Hat's also a bit of a cheeky spot. Playing the gate with an AUG. No one's going to challenge him from AVANT, though. Bullets thrown both ways through those mid smokes, but nothing found just yet. AVANT do technically have short control. This is a difficult engagement for both sides, and INS somehow manages to get 2. What is INS? What is that?
Alrighty.
He has no business at all getting away with that, and he's still alive. Completely rips the round away from AVANT now. They've got to make this one work in a 2-on-4. Offnu and Noobster have to do something here. The Molly's going to force INS out, but he probably wins this duel.
What?
I was going to say I put money on him winning this, and he has done it. Ace him INS. Go on, son. 45 kills. Let's do it. It's only Noobster left. 30 seconds to play, and the flank's there from Malta, so no ace for INS, but as if that matters.
How's he get away with that? 1 HP, Molly at his feet. Must have just barely missed the mark for him to not take a single tick
that's
of
sharp.
damage.
That was like the last 5 bullets or something.
And gets away from the flames. Ridiculous.
Yeah, he's still
We've
asleep.
had so many tournaments that I'm not sure I can even really appreciate just how good INS is playing right now, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, he's 44 bombing, but like, Renegades should win anyway. It's like, you take it for granted how
You've
good
spotted
some of
Dak.
these guys are, because we just watched them so many times this year. Either way, massive, massive plays. Puts Renegades in pole position. They are on match point here. Or map point, rather, not match point. And we'll see if they can convert. But at the moment, just, again, it's the 1-4. Got that RGL trying to get that short control, contesting for it. Does secure it. Apoc's got a lot of info. And now he's saying to the rest of the lads, all right, you just get long, then we can pinch that A site.
See how that long fight's going to go for them, though. 2 Renegades players here. And Sicko's going to get that smoke out. Might delay them. Not going to be enough, though. Malta's going to have to do the work, and the first is there. The bomb's down in front of him. He does some damage, but it's not enough. Sicko has to pick it up, and he even has enough time to get another shot loaded, but can't quite hit it. That's one gone begging. So AVANT back in with another chance here, and Sterling's going to find INS. That's the impact fragger removed. 3 versus 1 now. All onto Hats with the AUG. He's been that B player. He'll be rotating in now, going all the way out. He's going to chase him through long. Sterling was watching that, but he's just got off it, so Hats might find this timing here.
And he's got the AUG to maybe have the range, but Sterling's been sharp, and again, he'll connect on another. 2 for him in the round, and AVANT are looking for a second OT as well. 1 round away for them, and Renegades 1 round away from taking the map.
It's a pretty strict 6 strat, actually. Apoc, he gets that short control. They actually throw him a one-way smoke from long.
Yeah.
And as well as that a Vanguard smoke. And they make it look like a catwalk execute, but really it's just Apoc sitting up on top of the crate trying to one-way people on the site while the rest of them farm work long. Very clever. You'll love to see it. Dak's out for the lads, trying to secure that last round, and they do get a little bit of attack onto that B anchor.
Bit of a sneaky approach going for Dak, and there you have it. Okay, Apoc kicks off festivities at long, commits to the spray, fully blinded, and INS will equalise. 4-on-4 now. We are going to see Noobster start to fall away from bedroom. Lots of util utilised from Renegades. And there's short for the taking, completely open. But it's a 2-2 split for the CTs.
And AVANT going to go for that mid-B here. Dexter at the box as the flash is in. Hasn't peeked out just yet. They will line up for him, but he's unable to find it. Tats now to do the work from window. He gets the 1, but already a player in sight. Sicko manages a frag of his own, but that's about it. 2 versus 2 for the retake as the Renegades push in. This could be the map tied up just here. But they're going to slow it down. Take a second before they commit in. Hazard on just 12 HP as the AWP goes in, and Sicko's going to find it. There's the second one for INS as well. And that's going to be Renegades getting their retake and the map 19-17.
Now from this point, it's going to be so hard for AVANT to take Inferno, which is where we're going to be heading.